Your elephant statue might look harmless, but if it's facing the wrong way, it could be silently pushing abundance out of your home. Most people think that simply having an elephant at home is enough to attract luck and abundance. But if it's facing the wrong direction, that same symbol that should be opening paths for you could actually be silently closing them. Very few people know this detail, and that's why today I'm going to show you the correct position, the mistakes you must avoid, and most importantly, the activation ritual that will turn your elephant into a true guardian of wealth and well-being in your home. Stay until the end, because a single correction can make the difference between feeling like money slips through your hands or that abundance begins to flow to you naturally. But before that, I want you to leave in the comments, "I am ready to attract abundance." By doing so, you'll be taking the first step to activate this powerful energy in your life. And if this topic already resonates with you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss more teachings and prosperity rituals. Also, share this video with someone who also needs to open their path to wealth and harmony. Now that you're ready to open your prosperity paths, I want to tell you the story of someone who discovered almost by chance that the problem with her finances and her home's energy was hidden in a small elephant statue. What's surprising is that when she moved it and activated it correctly, her life began to transform in ways she never imagined. Bella had always been a woman devoted to her family and her home. Over the years, she managed to live a peaceful life, but she felt something wasn't flowing in her finances. No matter how hard she tried to save and improve, unexpected expenses or obstacles always appeared to set her back. One day, while rearranging some furniture in the living room, she noticed the little elephant statue she had placed there years ago, a gift from a friend. It was pretty, elegant, but Bella had long felt that part of the house carried a strange energy, like a silent heaviness she couldn't explain. Intrigued, she asked a neighbor who often spoke to her about a wise man who knew about ancient teachings from India, Buddhism and Feng Shui. Bella, though doubtful, agreed to visit him. When she arrived, the master welcomed her with a serene smile and asked her to share what she felt in her home. Bella explained that despite all her efforts, prosperity seemed to slip through her fingers and that even her house felt lifeless. The master listened quietly and then told her something she would never forget. Sometimes the secret is not in what you do outside, but in what you place inside your home. And a simple elephant can be opening or closing the path to your abundance. Bella was stunned. She never imagined that such a small figure could hold so much power. Curious about why such a small statue could carry so much weight, Bella leaned closer. That's when the master revealed the deeper truth of the elephant. How in India it is honored as the god Ganesh, the remover of obstacles. How in Buddhism, the white elephant is a symbol of purity and inner strength. And how in Feng Shui it is considered a silent guardian of prosperity. What impressed Bella most was what he said next, that most people place their elephant incorrectly, and in doing so, instead of attracting abundance, they're unknowingly pushing it out of their home. Bella listened carefully to every word. Although at first she doubted that a simple figure could hold so much influence, she decided to trust his guidance. With a simple gesture, she moved her elephant as he had instructed, placing a small intention in her heart as she did it. Soon after, she noticed something surprising. The atmosphere in her home began to feel lighter, as if that silent heaviness had lifted. Her mood improved, and almost unexpectedly, she received a phone call with good financial news she had been waiting for. An old client, whom she no longer counted on, decided to pay an overdue debt, and that money arrived just when she needed it most. For Bella, this was no coincidence. It was confirmation that something as simple as moving a symbol with the right intention could open the doors to new opportunities. And the most exciting part is that what she discovered, you too can apply in your home. Because according to Feng Shui, the elephant is not just a decorative figure, it is a guardian of energy. Depending on the direction you place it, it can either become a magnet for prosperity or the silent reason abundance slips away from your life. In Feng Shui, nothing in your home is placed by accident. Every object shapes the flow of energy, and the elephant is one of the most powerful symbols of all. When it faces inward, the elephant's energy becomes an invitation. It's as if it's saying, prosperity, come in, harmony, stay here. In this position, it opens doors to opportunity and abundance. But when the elephant faces outward, the meaning shifts. It stands as a strong guardian, protecting your home from negative forces. Yet at the same time, it can also send prosperity away, almost like showing wealth the exit without you even realizing it. That's why the direction matters so much. One way it welcomes blessings in. The other, it guards the door but risks pushing them out. That's why direction is so important. It determines whether the energy stays with you or passes you by. Bella understood this detail when the master explained it to her, and from then on, her life began to align with abundance. And now that you know this secret, you too can begin transforming your home into a space that invites prosperity to stay with you. But pay attention, this is just the first key. There are other details about the elephant that almost no one knows, and they can make the difference between attracting wealth or silently losing it. That's exactly what I'm going to reveal next. In Feng Shui, there is a very special area in every home, the wealth corner, and although almost no one knows it, this space is key to opening the flow of prosperity. According to the Bagua map, the southeast of the house represents abundance, growth, and the ability to receive. It's like a natural magnet that, if properly activated, attracts opportunities and wealth. Placing your elephant in this corner is no coincidence. It's like planting a flag that tells the universe, here is where I want prosperity to arrive. But it's not enough to just put the figure there and forget about it. The space should be clean, well lit, and full of life. You can add a lamp or let sunlight in, place a green plant to symbolize growth, or even add a small object that moves gently in the air, like a wind chime or mobile. The elephant doesn't need gold or heavy decoration. What truly activates it is your intention and the environment you create. Think of it as a guardian. It needs a dignified place to fulfill its mission. When it's elevated on a table or shelf, in the southeast corner of your home, and facing inward, it becomes a true magnet for prosperity. And now comes a detail that almost everyone overlooks, one that can completely shift the kind of energy your elephant attracts. That detail is hidden in its trunk. At first glance, it may seem insignificant, but in Feng Shui and ancient traditions, the elephant's trunk is like a silent language that speaks directly to the energy of your home. When the trunk is raised upward, the message is clear: expansion, openness, and new opportunities. It's like a river flowing toward you, bringing fresh abundance and allowing new blessings to enter. It's also said to be like an antenna connected to the universe, ready to capture and attract prosperity. If what you want is to open paths, start projects, or make a positive change in your life, this is the elephant that best reflects your intention. On the other hand, when the trunk is facing downward, far from being negative, it represents stability, protection, and preservation. Imagine strong roots holding up a great tree. That's the energy it transmits. It's the quiet strength of someone who wants to protect what they already have, keep abundance in their home, and make it last over time. Perfect for those who value security and continuity more than change. The most important thing is not which one you choose, but that you do it with clarity. Ask yourself, am I in a stage of my life where I need to open up to new opportunities, or do I prefer to preserve and strengthen what I've already built? The answer will determine which elephant you should keep with you. Bella, for example, realized that at that moment in her life, she needed to open new doors, and that's why she chose an elephant with its trunk raised. From then on, she felt as if opportunities that once seemed closed began to flow more easily. And remember, the elephant is not just a decoration. Its trunk is a silent guide that, when chosen with intention, becomes a reflection of your own path toward abundance. But there's still something very important. Because besides direction and trunk, the material of the statue can enhance or weaken its energy. And that's something very few people know. The material the elephant statue is made of is no minor detail. On the contrary, it can amplify its energy or weaken it, depending on what it represents and what you need in your life. For example, a wooden elephant symbolizes growth, vitality, and new beginnings. It's ideal for those who want to open paths, start projects, or attract fresh opportunities. A metal elephant, whether bronze or brass, brings stability, strength, and financial protection. Perfect for times when you need security in your finances and firmness in the face of challenges. If your elephant is made of jade or green stone, this takes it to a deeper level, spiritual and material wealth combined. Jade has been considered for centuries as a symbol of elevated abundance, not only of money, but also of lasting peace and well-being. Meanwhile, a ceramic or porcelain elephant reflects adaptability, light energy, and flexibility, ideal for those who want prosperity to flow without rigidity, adapting to life's changes with grace. Each material carries a message, and the most important thing is to choose the one that resonates with you. Ask yourself, what do I need most at this moment in my life? Growth, stability, spiritual abundance, or lightness on the path? The answer will guide you to the right material. And although the material can enhance energy, there's one thing that can completely block it. Common mistakes people often make without realizing it. Turning the elephant into just a decorative object instead of a guardian of prosperity. Even though the elephant is a powerful symbol, certain mistakes can completely cancel out its effect, and surprisingly, most people make them unknowingly. The first is placing it right in front of a window without protection. It may seem logical. The window lets in light and air. But in reality, that position makes prosperity that should stay with you escape outside, as if the wind were carrying away the blessings you've been waiting for. It's like placing a container under a running faucet, but with a hole at the bottom. Abundance enters, but never accumulates. The second mistake is leaving the elephant directly on the floor. Imagine a guardian sitting in the dust without strength or dignity. That position stagnates energy, makes it heavy, and the elephant loses its power to protect and attract prosperity. That's why it should always be elevated on a table, shelf, or stand. By giving it a dignified place, you're reminding it of its role as a guardian of your wealth. Another detail that few people know is that constantly moving the elephant from place to place is also a mistake. Each time you move it without intention, the energy becomes confused and weakens, as if the guardian lost its place. The best thing is to give it a fixed space, honor it there, and only move it if you truly want to renew its energy with a clear purpose. And finally, a mistake many are unaware of: keeping a broken or damaged elephant. A cracked statue reflects fragmented energy, like a broken mirror that distorts what it reflects. That vibration, instead of attracting prosperity, transmits lack and energy leaks. If your elephant breaks, the most advisable thing is to thank it for the time it was with you and remove it respectfully. Some people prefer to bury it in the earth or return it to nature so the energy can be renewed. These details may seem small, but they make the difference between having a simple ornament and a true amulet of prosperity. And the most exciting thing is that even if you already have an elephant in your home, there is still a way to multiply its power and transform the energy of your home in a surprising way, with a simple daily activation ritual that I'm going to teach you right now. The most important moment has arrived: the activation ritual of your elephant. A simple ritual, but with the power to transform the energy of your home and open the doors to prosperity. The first step is to choose the right place, as you already know, elevated, facing inside your home, and if possible, in the southeast corner. Once you place it there, take a moment to observe it and feel it as more than just a statue. It is your guardian of abundance. The second step is to clean it with intention. You can use a soft cloth lightly dampened, and, as you do, imagine you are removing any past or stagnant energy. If you wish, add a few drops of salt water or pass incense smoke over it to reinforce the cleansing. Then comes activation through words. Place your hands gently on the elephant and pronounce an affirmation clearly, such as, "I activate my energy so that abundance enters and remains in my home." The exact words are not important. What matters is that you speak with faith and conviction. To enhance this ritual even more, you can add symbolic elements. Light a white candle as a sign of light and clarity. or apply a drop of essential oil, such as cinnamon, orange, or rosemary to attract prosperity. These details are not mandatory, but they reinforce the intention. And finally, spend a few seconds each day looking at your elephant and mentally repeating an affirmation of abundance. It can be something as simple as prosperity flows into my life. That small daily gesture is like watering a plant. It keeps the energy alive and active. This ritual is very powerful on its own, and if you apply it consistently, you'll notice how your home fills with lightness, peace, and new opportunities. But remember, the true secret does not lie in the object, but in the intention you put into it each day. The elephant is only a reflection of your faith and your decision to open yourself to prosperity. And if you want to take this energy even further, there are additional tips that very few people know that can multiply your elephant's power. One of them is the double layer method. It consists of placing 2 elephants facing outward at your front door, like guardians protecting your home and driving away negative energies. And at the same time, placing 2 other elephants facing inward inside your home, inviting prosperity to enter and stay. In this way, you balance defense with reception, achieving a much more powerful energy. Another tip is to keep your wealth corner alive. Don't let dust or clutter accumulate around the elephant. A shining figure in a clean, cared-for space reflects abundance, while a neglected corner transmits blockage and stagnation. You can also reinforce your elephant's energy with complementary prosperity symbols, such as a jade plant, a small bowl with coins, or a citrine quartz crystal. When placed near the elephant, these objects amplify its energy and create an even stronger field of attraction. And remember, the ritual you learned is already powerful on its own, but if you also apply these tips, the impact will be even more visible because every small detail counts. And by adding them together, you'll be creating a solid path toward the abundance you desire. Every detail, no matter how small it may seem, is a seed that can open the way to abundance. And the most beautiful thing is that it's never too late to start. Each day brings with it a new opportunity to invite prosperity into your life. Imagine your elephant as a silent guardian that clears the way for new opportunities, while you give permission for wealth to flow in and stay with you. And now I want you to seal your intention by writing in the comments, "I attract abundance and prosperity in my life." That written declaration reinforces your intention and connects your energy with the abundance you are seeking. If this video has inspired you, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next rituals and teachings I'll share here. And don't forget to share this video with someone who also wishes to open their path toward wealth and harmony. Thank you for opening your heart to this wisdom. Not everyone is ready to receive it, but you were. See you in the next video. See you soon.